to the big house, Michigan Stadium. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. So Michigan's offense as they take control of the football first. And here are the guys who make it go. Just an outstanding offensive line.
And it's amazing every year, man. We do these games and we've done them for so long, and year after year, you can just hang your hat. Like this group up front on the offensive line is going to be physical. It's going to be tough. It's going to start there. And Palmer, it's no different in this context.
They've done such a good job, I think, too, developing guys up front, because they're not always getting 5-star talent, but this coaching staff, year in, year out, they're able to get the most out of these guys, get them in the weight room, get their weight up, work on the technique, the fundamentals, and they all work so well together. They're so well coached up front, and no different this year with this unit.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. I want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it.
Maybe some room here. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. A senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. With the run on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Running play to the left. Looking for the end zone here. And he's in. Touchdown, Michigan. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Scarlet Knights offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Let's take a big picture program perspective on Rutgers. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. He's got him. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Now on the move. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down. Brings us to fourth. And the Scarlet Knights will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Throwing, Underwood. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. He's going to fire deep. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. This is a designed run. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. In the red zone. Underwood. Rushes on him. He's sacked. This defense all over it. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Got his man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
So nice when you're an offense and you get these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative.
Got it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Scarlet Knights come to the line in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Just needs a crack to get a return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They're going to test the right side with this one. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll try it again. Oh, there's some room. Ripping through the defense. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Looking for room. It's Marshall.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. They're going to run it to the right. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Oh, he can't hang on. And those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Underwood from the gun on third down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Now the Scarlet Knights call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Scarlet Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Took a shot as he threw. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. The run inside. It's Mitchell. Stopped cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They're going to throw it to start the drive. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Guys, catching up with the Scarlet Knights head coach at the half. His biggest frustration right now is not being more productive on offense. He understands that his home environment is a challenge. Communication has been an issue at times, but he said they are just out-toughing us at the line of scrimmage. He said we've got to start establishing our rhythm, get into a rhythm, and start making some adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. On the option, he'll toss it. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Saints knew coming into the second half here they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
The Scarlet Knights send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got great speed. And there he goes. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll try it over the left side. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to impose their will with the run. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Hauls it in. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey, guys, here on the away team sideline, one of the things I'm keeping my eyes on, guys, this quarterback is banged up. He has got so much wear and tear. Coming off that loss last week, he said it's been a challenging week of practice. And I can tell you, early in this ballgame, this is something I'm going to keep my eyes on, how he is performing, moving under center, dropping back, and how his arm looks despite his banged-up body. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they adjust. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Here comes the heat. And they got it.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have
no more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The sack makes it an even longer 3rd down chance for this offense. Here's Underwood to throw. Sets up the screen. There he goes. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5.
And listen, 3rd down and long is such a hard spot to be in. That's where defenses want offenses, right? Like,
hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Goes high to pull it in. All the way. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. On 2nd and 10, 4 wide out set, trips right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Pressure coming, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch right at the 50. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Here comes the Rutgers offense onto the field. They get the ball back after the punt. They've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. They'll crank up this drive with a pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
You know, when you talk to quarterback coaches, they oftentimes say, my goal for my guy is to complete 65 to 70% of his throws. That has not been the case for this guy. He is under 33% throwing in this game. That's the reason, guys, why they're losing.
Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. Knocked off his feet. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten lead time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Throws for the tight end. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Scarlet Knights with the 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mitchell. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the 1st without scoring. Might as well stick with him. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Rutgers. Meadow on the end zone. He's got it.
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. College football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Holly Rowe has an update.
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, I am keeping my eye on what's going on with their field goal kicker right now. They do have a little bit of a lead, but in this opportunity, can they rely on the guy that's already missed here in this game? Coach could go for it, but I do see him talking to the kicker, trying to gain some confidence, make sure that he's ready to go if they do call his number. Back to you.
All right, Holly. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got a little grass. Past the 50. Inside the 30. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thorne. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Scarlet Knights are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Wants to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Oh, he was hoping for the pick six. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line. Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. The RPO, it's complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Got it behind the line. It's Marsh. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. It's complete to the left. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play. Now giving up a negative play on second down. You better be very careful about this third down play call.
He's got it on the run.
Yeah, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
Here we go. Ready. Black 18.
Marches ahead. He is stuffed on fourth down and stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. And he can't get past the 2-yard line, but at least they avoided going backwards. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. And he goes down back at the 1-yard line. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Michigan. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end now in motion. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds the tight end.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense.
Right down the middle. And he'll finally slide after the long run. I'm not sure if he wanted to avoid the hit or he just got tired. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down.
Makes the grab and room to run. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a man. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. So now it's second and long. Defense in press coverage. Motion from the back. To the air on second down. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. What a catch in the end zone for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Rolling, Underwood. Got his man. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Michigan. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Right down the middle. And that one's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Throws to the wideout. It's caught along the sidelines, but he's out of bounds. Would have had the first down if he could have stayed in the field. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Underwood. He uncorks one deep. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
One more play to pad the stats. To the air. It's Underwood. Pocket breaking down. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this